I foresee this being like an ongoing issue. Let's get to you know, the number one greatest occupying force on the planet. You know, America's favorite loving little brother, Israel. The Israeli occupying force attacked the funeral procession of the murdered journalist Shireen Abu Akleh. So, like, if you were to think, like, hey, man, you know, maybe they will allow this person to have peace after they assassinated her. Nope, think again. That's not happening. You know, ACAB is a universal concept. This is part of the reason. Here it is. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Why do you think this is in any way, shape, or form an appropriate way to look at a crowd who was like understandably agitated, who is feeling wronged? Israel does this to force backlash. They want an excuse to kill Palestinians. I think so. I think that is the reason. Yes, I think that like the real reason is because they want someone to fucking push back. They want someone to cast the first stone so they can fucking turn around and like go, you know, nuclear on their asses. Look. It took the baton out already. Motherfucker's ready to go. He's so horny. Now, there were a lot of camera angles of the fucking incident, but I retweeted earlier this morning, like, one of the moments, one of the bigger moments of this, where you can very clearly see the occupying force barbarians rip a fucking Palestinian flag off the hands of one of the people, like, holding on to the fucking, to the coffin, okay? They have to be careful, though. The U.S. media is turning on them. Oh, yeah, dude. There is a level that, like, even the biggest libtards are not going to fucking go along with, okay? Israel has not learned its lesson from the last mowing the lawn endeavor that they had precisely 1 year ago. What they are failing to comprehend is that, like, there is so much, like, there's only so much brutality that you can subject people to until, like, people in the Western world, which obviously, like, the Israeli Defense Force truly cares about the perspective of the Western world, specifically Americans. America is number one ally to Israel, and that's the reason why there's never any sort of, like, severe punishment or backlash. But like, they didn't learn it from last time. Like, they keep increasing the brutality. They keep increasing the stress. They keep increasing the transparent, horrifying human rights abuses they subject Palestinians to on a daily basis. And obviously, like, America doesn't give a fuck ultimately. Like, I mean, Joseph Robinette Biden literally was like, Jack, look alive, Jack, what, you're mowing the lawn? Let me give you more grass, you know, let me give you better equipment to mow that lawn, Jack. They gave like $7 gazillion fucking dollars. They were like, literally, the Biden administration was like, I love what you're doing, Jack. Kill a Gazan teenager on me, Jack. Here. You know, keep the rest. But yeah, even leftist, or not leftist, what am I saying? Even liberal media is now fucking finally turning a little bit. At Shireen Abu Akleh's funeral, scenes of grief as Israeli police beat mourners. I have never seen directional violence be adequately and proportionally fucking explained in an American headline before, when the Palestinians are treated as anything but fucking animals. It's crazy. First time ever where a Palestinian human and their fucking plight is actually examined from the framework of a full-blown human being. Incredible. Incredible stuff. No clashes occurred. No, funeral proceeding goers impacted by batons flying from the space. That was a baton tornado happened to hit this funeral as clashes occurred. Incredible. This is the bare minimum, but, you know. Funeral rioters hit themselves in frustration. I don't know. Israel police beat mourners. That is exactly what happened, and that's how the media is covering it. That is strange. Of course, you look at the titles in CBS. A video shows Israel riot police clashing with mourners at the funeral of Al Jazeera journalist Shireen Abu Akleh, who was killed 2 days earlier. At one point, the tussling becomes so intense that her coffin almost topples to the ground. That's not clashing, motherfucker. It's one-sided. Only one side has batons, you fucking animals. Here, this is the angle that I also retweeted. Here, this is it. Here, look. The closest video, the Israeli police suppressing the funeral procession of Shireen Abu Akleh as the coffin was leaving the French hospital towards the cemetery. They do not give you peace even in death, dude, okay? You can't even fucking have dignity. You can't even have dignity after you are fucking assassinated by the occupying force. They will not give you dignity even in death, okay? You cannot mourn in dignity because in their eyes, you are not a human being, okay? It's just, that is the reality. Look at that. Look at that. What fucking purpose does that serve? Okay, this music is a little, you know, but how gross, dude. How fucking gross. How disgusting. And not a single one of these other fucking animals is like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this. We should, like, not stop this. You know what I mean? Maybe we should stop beating them. Like, nope, kick them. Use the baton on them. Guy got his fucking skull cracked with a baton. Still rushes back to hold the fucking, hold the coffin up. The gravitational force of the fucking sheer balls on all of these dudes that are just like, fuck it. You know, it doesn't matter. Just another day. Another day with a fucking occupying force is just like fucking caving my skull in, but I'm going to do what I have to do and carry this coffin over. Oof. Yeah, here's the police ripping the Palestinian flags off the hearse, by the way, because the mere mention, the mere sight of the Palestinian flag itself is too much. Remember, they literally went into the fucking homes. They went into her home immediately after assassinating her, okay? And tried to take the fucking flags down at her home. Israeli police released video showing their officers ripping the Palestinian flags off the hearse. What? Why would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? In that close-up video we just watched, there's still context. Andy's in the replies. Absolutely insane. Bro, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how you deal with this. You know what I mean? The Israeli settlers hurry to seize a building belonging to the Jabari family in Hebron while attending is diverted to attack Shireen Abu Akleh's funeral in Jerusalem. This is settler colonialism in action. What? Are you serious? No shot. There's no way. This is out of context. I don't know. I don't know if this is real or not. I can't. I don't know if this is real or not. I need further verification. It could be, okay? It could be real, but I do need further video of the new Jewish building acquisition in Hebron.
We are going into the new home purchased by Jews in Hebron. Let's go in and check it out. It's a little bit dangerous, easy to fall here. Okay, that's the dangerous little floor. Okay. There's definitely some excitement. Let's take a look here. Oh. We're cleaning out this old head house. Very good.
Bro, how is a liberal cuck like you supporting the Palestinian cause? Like brain disease, dude? What the fuck? What do you got? Holes in your fucking brain? I've always been a fucking supporter of the Palestinian cause, you dumb bitch.
And up we go.
My entire worldview revolves around offering emancipation to fucking oppressed people. Why the fuck wouldn't I, in this circumstance, side with the oppressed?
Okay. Okay. And up we go. through the building. Okay.
That's wild. Well, dude, opportunity, baby. Opportunity. The world would be so much better without the fucking Jews. Okay, thank you. I was gonna ban him, but thank you for banning him. When you say shit like that, dude, you're not an ally. Okay, you're a fucking idiot. You're a dumbass. This is nothing to do with Jews. Okay, you have taken the fucking Zionist propaganda hook, line, and sinker. You're doing the work of the IDF at that moment, for them. So good luck. Saying that all Jews around the world offer unconditional support to Israel is what, one, Nazis say, and two, what hyper-nationalistic, ultra-nationalist Zionists say. That's the real fucking horseshoe. That's the only instance where there's like real horseshoe theory right there in action. Okay? It's stupid. It's ridiculous. And also anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic when, ultra-nationalist Zionists say it, and it's anti-Semitic when Nazis say it, obviously. These are like the evangelicals of Jews, also funded by evangelicals, funnily enough. This has nothing to do with the Jewish faith. Exactly. Yeah, a lot of the critics of Israel and America are Jews themselves. Exactly, dude. Fucking, stupid chatters, that's because of you anti-Semitic people that my country, France, voted a law that prevents you from having anti-Zionist positions. No, it's not because of the fucking anti-Semitic people that, there are insane fucking anti-Zionist laws out there. No, there's a little bit more motivation beyond just like random fucking anti-Semites, especially in France. Like, what do you mean? Who isn't anti-Semitic at that point? We're talking about France. It's like in Florida, in order to be a congressperson, you need to get like multiple DUIs. In France, you have to be anti-Semitic. They're like, how anti-Semitic are you? Not anti-Semitic enough. Sorry, you are not going to be. You are not going to be the. You are not going to be le premier, le président. And Islamophobic, especially though, way more Islamophobic, obviously. So if you're anti-Israel, you are an anti-Semite. I mean, most Jews do support Israel's stolen land. I mean, dude, there are a lot of Jewish people that support Israel. Okay, of course, there are. Just like there are a lot of American people who offer support without recognizing the bloodshed that comes along with like offering support to America and the American empire. Okay, your goal is to pick as many people as possible and try to change their attitudes, change their minds. Or at least my goal is. But we talked about birthright already. Like there's an entire industry dedicated to literally brainwashing as many American Jews as possible at an early fucking age. What do you think happens at birthright? What do you go there for free as a free trip as a young boy or girl? It's like hormones are fucking popping off everywhere. It's like. And they show you like shelled out buildings and they say like, look at this, look at how fucking terrifying it is. Our enemy is always like, around us and the entire world is against us. All this shit. U.S. Jews have widely differing views on Israel. Majority Orthodox Jews believe God gave the land that is now Israel to Jewish people. Say they have a lot of some in common with Jews in Israel. All Jewish adults, 60%. Feel very somewhat attached to Israel, 58%. Follow news about Israel somewhat closely, 57%. Say caring about Israel is essential about being Jewish means, 45%. Rate Netanyahu's leadership as excellent good, 40%. Rate Trump's handling of the nation's policy towards Israel as excellent good, 40%. Strongly oppose boycott, divestment, sanctions, BDS movement, 34%. Say the Israeli government is making sincere effort towards peace, 33%. Believe God gave the land that is now Israel to the Jewish people, 32%. For Israel comes more from the trauma of the historic oppression of Jews. The fact the Israeli government exploits that to justify their treatment of Arabs. Yes. Efendim? Ne, bana siktir mi diyorsun? Niye? Türkler duysun. Ne güzel. Merhaba. Merhaba bu arada. İyi mi geldiniz? Peki. Yapacak bir şey yok. Çalışıyorum şu anda. I'm working. Bush fucking said God told him to invade Iraq. You could make the same argument that America's a Christian WASP terror state. I mean, yes, I know. Most Jewish Americans identify as Democrat or lean towards the Democratic Party, and more than half the negative ratings at the time of the survey, both Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the President Donald Trump's handling. But Orthodox Jews, 75% of whom are Republican. The funniest thing is Orthodox Jews elsewhere are like violently anti-Israel. Like there's an entire sect of Orthodox Jews in like the UK, for example, that are like violently anti-Israel. Okay, like insane. Which is pretty funny when you think about it. But like American Orthodox Jews are a super insular community and very, very reactionary. You didn't just ignore your parents, right? I'm tripping lol. No, I did. My dad is just memeing on the corner. And Orthodox Jews in Israel. Some Orthodox Jews in Israel are anti-Israel too, yes. That depends. The majority is pro-Israel. Some sects within the Jewish Orthodoxy are anti-Israel. Yeah. Why do they hate it so much? Is it because of Palestine? No. Orthodox Jews, what's the reason? Fuck, I forget. We watched it before. We watched a video on it. Remember? Vice did a video on it. What the fuck was it? It comes from the interpretation of the Torah, and they believe that like their interpretation of the Torah is different, and like their interpretation is like adequate. It's because Israel can't exist before the Messiah. Orthodox believe it's the job of the Messiah to lead the Jews to the promised land, not man. Okay. They literally hate it because it's not hardline Jew enough, isn't it? No, not at all. As a Hebrew Turkish person, I took my Israel flag down. The actions disgust me, says HasanAbi. Because Israel can't be led by a Jewish person until the Messiah comes. Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, there's so many different sects. Dude. We're talking about fundamentalist shit at this point, okay? And it is difficult to parse through. I'm not going to go through all the different sects in this situation. When Ottomans occupied Palestine, everyone was happy. That's my take. I say it all the time. All I'm saying is, there's a reason why Theodore Herzl originally went to the Ottoman Empire and said, like, give us Palestine. And they were like, no. My Jewish cat says your pronunciation of the Torah is anti-Semitic. Palestine belongs to the Ottoman Empire. No fucking way. We literally revolted against the Ottomans, man. Yeah, many Arabs did in North Africa. How did that turn out? Not great, I think. Not to be too much of an Ottoman imperialist here, but sometimes the enemy the imperial power is a little bit better than the imperial power that is overseas and is just treating you like a colonial subject. I mean, Palestine lived as like a district that was under the Ottomans, but they weren't super oppressive. No, of course not. The entire Middle East was a travel destination while the Ottomans were in control, just saying. Okay. An antibiotic Zionist rabbi? What do you mean antibiotic? There were even Jews passing out his pamphlets in Jerusalem. I was in Israel last year driving miles and around into Jerusalem. You will see a picture of Rabbi Schneerson, an antibiotic. What the fuck does that mean, bro? My man said an antibiotic. He's against germs. I think you meant anti-Zionist, but dude, that's funny. Dude. Where are the anti top of the hour ad break Jews though? Really, like we're talking about anti-Zionists and stuff and antibiotics, but where are the anti top of the hour ad break Jews? You know what I mean? Because at the top of the hour, there's a 2 out of 10 segue. Okay, shut up. Fuck you, Fizz. Okay, you're right. Whatever. This is gross.
Hey.
This is gross. This is incredibly gross. Taking advantage of like the commotion that the occupying force created at a fucking funeral proceeding. To never let a good opportunity get go unused. Okay, holy fuck. Just like the top of the hour ad break. You know what I'm saying? At the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, of course. Twitch Prime is free. As long as you have an Amazon Prime account connected to your Twitch account, you get 1 free subscription a month. Here it is now. Okay. Tried twice. Shut up. I'm a pro top of the hour Jew, says Megaphonics. Yeah, this shit is fucking gross, dude. Israeli settlers heard to seize a building belonging to the Jabari family in Hebron while the attention is diverted to attacks on the Shireen Abu Akleh's funeral in Jerusalem. I can see this being deliberately done, by the way. This actually puts into terms like this actually kind of makes sense as to why this kind of like violence occurred. And that brutality was actually directional, specifically to pay attention to that while this was happening on the other side. And if you think that that's like, anti-Semitic or a conspiracy, that the IDF routinely the occupying force, the police force routinely collaborates with settlers, you're out of your fucking mind. That is a literal reality, okay? Welcome to reality of living in occupied territories. Straight the fuck up. Straight the absolute fuck up. The occupying force always, historically and even probably in this circumstance, I'm sure, is in some way collaborating with the settlers in this situation. Is it IDF or IOF? I mean, the proper term, like the actual term is IDF. That's what Israel calls its defense force. They call it the Israeli Defense Force. I say, and Palestinian activists say, the IOF, the Israeli Occupying Force, because that's what they are. They are a brutal occupying force for a theocratic ethno-state. That is the truth. Straight the fuck up. Yes, it is. Like sometimes I say IDF, sometimes I say Israeli occupying force. Most of the time I mention the brutality and that they are an occupying force regardless, because it is the truth. But, wouldn't offensive be better than occupying? No, that's what they're doing. They're occupying. They are an occupational force. They are doing colonial violence as an occupying force on lands that do not belong to them. That is the truth. There is no defensive occupation. Occupation, by its nature, is offensive, okay? And completely gross and completely inappropriate and horrifyingly inhumane. And you're seeing it. You're seeing that evil right here. Is that a cross on the van? Yes, she was a Christian. She was one of the shrinking Palestinian Christian community.
Jewish life in Hebron.
I guess people are worried because it sounds like a certain right-wing theory, but I know what you're saying, dude. Wait, what do you mean a certain right-wing theory?